Welcome to Quick Learning. In this exciting video, we will learn how to create a purchase requisition using ME51 and command. This is a very important part of our SAP learnings, for which I will try to explain how to create a purchase requisition, what are all the complete steps that we need, and I will create a purchase requisition with you mentioning all the required steps. So first of all, we will write here ME51N, that is the transaction code for purchase acquisition creation. I will press enter and you can see this window will appear in front of you that requires all the details to create a purchase acquisition. I will start from one by one. For example, the main on the top, it is the header. It is for the text, like what text I want to write for this purchase acquisition, so that when an approver approves it, he can view this text and he will get to know what are the requirements for this purchase acquisition. For example, I write this is purchase requisition for RM, for example, raw material. So this I have written the text here. Then the main portion I can collapse this one as well. So we will expand it again if it's required, so that we can view the complete window of this purchase acquisition. So there is I don't know why why there is the delay. So no problem. So I will explain. I will start explaining it. Meanwhile, the SAP will get its pace again. Here, there are some most important thing. This is the item number. It will get it automatically once I enter the material SAP number, and its short text will appear automatically as all these texts are automatically assigned to each material code. So next is the quantity. Here I will enter the quantity, and the units will appear automatically. So for example, it has appeared. Thanks God for that. Try to run this one, account assignment category. So here, so what I will do, I will write some data and then I will explain it to you what we are going to write here. In SCP, for each material code, there is some backend data that is already assigned to that material code, and the requisition page already automatically gets that data from SAP. For example, I will write this material code here. This is for some raw material. I will press enter first. With this enter, it will get the details automatically. Some of the details that are already mentioned in its backend master data. So here you can see in the plant tab, it has made it yellow, which means that it wants me to enter the plant number here. I have entered plant number, that is 3003. I will press enter again so that it can move to the next step what it wants from me. This is an easy way to create purchase acquisition, so that the SAP will guide you automatically that what are the required details for this purchase acquisition number. For example, I write quantity as 500. This is Domino M200 label. This is some raw material, a random raw material I have picked. So you to get you guys accomplish with the details. So now it's asking me account assignment mandatory for material. So for this material, it is saying that the account assignment is mandatory. So where you can see the account assignment tab is here, the second one. So I have to write the account assignment category for this. To make it easy, I will press this one to get the guidance that what I have to enter in this account assignment category. So I have pressed this one and it has shown me that these are the available options for this. It's 2 for original F, K, project non-value CSD, order for F, MTS production deposit, balance sheet, cost center, industrial customers, network for some project, cost center at the expense of GRN, etc. So here we have to select the required cost assignment account assignment category. For this type of specific material, I will select this R, the cost center expense at GRN option, because this is a material that whenever we receive it, we create a GRN on a specific cost center, and that material is charged to that that cost center. So I will select R from here. So when I will select R from here, it will ask me for some further data, that what is the cost center and what is the GL for this one. So what I will do, I will select the cost center that is required to me. So here these all the cost centers are available. So I will get the required one. Whenever you will create a purchase requisition, you will know what is the required cost center that you have to enter. So I will select the general expense here, because it's a specific raw material, and it is a general type of expense. It is used by multiple departments, so I will select the general expense cost center here. I will double click on it and it will get the required data. It has selected that GL account. It is in general expense, and then I will select the cost center from here. There is some already cost center available with me, that is the production general. I have selected it from my, just copy pasting it from my another working, but you can also enter some other cost center as per your requirement. So I have entered both of these details here. I will press enter once again, and now it will show me what further detail is required from my side. Sorry for that. SAP is, you know, a bit slow today, so sorry for that inconvenience. Now it is asking me the PGR number. What is the PGR number, purchase group? So for this material, the purchase group is 800, because this is a simple raw material that is coming in general expense. So I will write 800 here, so that it will pick that data, and it will update me accordingly. So I will write 800 here and I will press enter once again to enter the next detail. So you can see that I have started from material number only, and then SAP is guiding me automatically that what is the required next information that I have to enter. And you can see that now the green error has turned to yellow. Yellow means it's just a warning, and it is saying me, can delivery date be met? It is asking me to please review this delivery date. As you can see, this is giving me the delivery date of today. That is not possible, because I am creating a requisition today. Then it will go into the purchase order creation process, and then the delivery will come after that. So I will enter, you can say I will enter 27th of March 2022. That will be fair scare for me, because it's an ample time. I can get all the required deliveries within this time frame. So now I have entered the another suitable delivery date as well. So now you can see there is only simple warning. We can just ignore that. So here in text, on the below tab, I can enter further details of this particular line item. For example, you see I have entered a text in header. That header shows the all the information of that purchase requisition. But in one purchase requisition, there can be multiple purchase, there are multiple line items. So for each line item, we have to enter text in the below tab here for that particular line item. So I can write any text here. For your exercise, I will enter another line item here. so that you can learn. I will press enter, and it will ask me what is the required information that it will need from me. So from here it will ask me for the plant, the one that I remember from our last last line item. It will ask for the plant, then it will ask for the quantity, then it will ask for the account assignment. From account assignment I have to enter the cost center and the GR and the GL, general ledger number. Then I have to enter the purchase group. Then it will ask me for the delivery date, is it is okay, and then I am okay to go. I can just save my purchase requisition from this button of the save above, and my purchase requisition will be created. So I hope this is a very useful video for you, in which we have learned how to create a simple purchase requisition using SAP. And in doing so we can move for the next step of purchase order creation once our purchase acquisition is created. So I hope this video has been very useful to you, and I have tried to explain all the steps that are required to create a purchase requisition. So until next time, I am taking off, and for any questions, for any queries, you can just write in the comment section. You can see meanwhile I am writing, entering another line item as well for your just understanding, so that you can learn easily how to enter line items here. So you can see I have entered the plant first. After entering the material number, I have entered the plant, then its quantity, then its account assignment or here. Then I have entered the GL account and the cost centers. Now it is asking me about the purchase group that I have entered as 800. Then I press enter again, and by this it will now ask for the delivery date. So it's I have tried to increase the exercise level for you, so that you can easily learn all the steps required to create a purchase acquisition. So I have entered the delivery date, the suitable delivery date, and I can just press save button. So thanks for doing this with me, and I will press the save button here, and you will see that a purchase acquisition number will appear in the bottom, and you can see this number here after a while. Yeah, you can see this one. This purchase acquisition has been created, and now it's in approval of its hierarchy, and in this way we have created a purchase acquisition. Hopefully this video will be very useful to you. Thank you for listening to me. For any question, again, you can write in comment section. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye bye from my side. Welcome to Quick Learning in another exciting session. Today we are going to learn in detail how to use MB52 command to find out the stock of materials in different warehouses or plants. In past, we have already learned in small detail how to use this command. I have pasted the link of video in description as well, in which you can get a brief introduction of this command. However, today we will discuss in detail in all the aspects how to use this command effectively to find out the required details that you need in your data on your daily job. We will start by entering the command MB52. I will press MB52 and then enter. This window appears. First of all, I would like to explain the purpose of each of this tab to you, so that you can use it easily in your daily job or routine or your analysis. So in the first tab is the material. Here we have to write the specific material code of the item that we want to search out. We can enter one material code, a list of material codes, or a range of material codes to find out the stock of those materials. Below we have the plant. Here this is the location the plant or that warehouse in which that material is specifically available. We can write the single plant or the list of plants or the range of plants. I will come again on this section to explain a great and a more thorough detail of these items. The next is the storage location. So as we know, in each plant or warehouse we have further storage locations of different shop floors on which that material is available. For example, it can be some raw material location or the finished good location or the spare parts location or some production line location, etc. So this storage location further gives us an option to search the stock of material using this parameter as well. The fourth one is the badge. So each item has some specific badge assigned to it. For example, for the spare parts, the badge can be either it is imported item, it is a local fabricated item, it is a repaired item, it is a free of cost item, etc. So this can be the badge of that specific spare part. Similarly, for raw materials, the batch will be the production date or its some specific the category. So the badge shows us the specific type of that material. So we can search the stock of material using the batch as well. So in these four criterias are available in database selection of this command. So in database selection, we have material, we have plant, we have storage location, and we have badge. So coming down, we have scope of list. So this list further classifies a wider range of scope in which we can search the stock of materials. For example, I can put the type of material here, the material group. For example, it can be a spare part, it can be a chemical, it can be a consumable, it can be a consumable, it can be a raw material, etc. We can write the purchase group as well. As you know, in purchase and in module, we have defined a purchase group for every material. For example, the purchase group of some services will be different of, and the purchase group of spare parts will be different. The purchase group of raw material will be different. So this further gives us a clarity to search the stock based upon this categorization as well. Here, this is the special stock in which if there is any mark attached with some specific material code, it will give us that as well. For example, if there is an indicator of special stock marked with any material, this command will give us the list of those materials as well. In the below row, we have settings. These settings give us an option what is the way of looking at your results. For example, these are the four checkbox. The first one is display negative stocks only. If I check mark this box, it will show me the negative stocks only for these material codes. Second one is batch stocks. If I check this box, it will show me the stock in each of the batch that is available. If I check this no zero stock, it will not show me those line items and those materials whose stock is zero. And if I put the last one as tick mark, it will just show me the list of material codes and it will not show me the values. And the last option is hierarchical representation and non-hierarchical representation. So these are the two representation. I can show you further as well how we can check these. So this is the detailed functionality of each of these roles, of each of these selection criterias and parameters. There's another interesting thing. I can search out any of these using my search option as well. For example, here you can see when I press the cursor here in material, you can see a search option, a mirror, a glass as well. It is giving me an option to search my required material. For example, I press this search option, a new window will pop up in front of me and it is giving me the material description, language is English, material code and the number of hits 500. So for example, I want to search the material code of some specific item, then I will write it in double star, inside double star, then it will run a search cycle for the complete SAP stock and it will show me the relevant material codes of that particular material. For example, I want to write the cable, or for example I want to write the 4 cable 4 mm. I will write everything in stars so that it can search by text. I will press enter. It is searching out and it is showing me the 4 available material codes in which cable and 4 mm is mentioned. So this is another way in which we can search out the relevant material codes for our required items. So, but there is another difficulty. When I will press the search button on this first tab, I can select only one of these. Either I can select this one or second or third or fourth. For example, I select this first one as tick mark. It will appear here. This material code is will be appeared here. So I have to write any other criteria as well to narrow down my search range. For example, I will write a range of plants from 3002 to 3008. This is a range of plants that are available in my SAP. I will uncheck all of these so that it can show me all the data. I will press execute button and it is showing me, yeah, very interesting, that this material block common wiring cable 4 mm is available in 3007 plant of 9933 storage location and its quantity is 2. So you can simply see that I have just searched out a relevant material code and I have given a range of plants and it has shown me the available stock uh, on that of that particular material code. There is another exciting thing. I can add further available visibility options in it as well. For example, I have to go in change layout. This scare box, you can press Ctrl plus F8 or you can just click here. So these rows on the left side are the items that I am currently watching on my screen. The material, the plant, the storage location, the description, the unit of Meyer, unrestricted stock and blocked. But I can see all of these available on the right side as well if I need any one of these. For example, I have to see the value of that material, the value, of what is the cost of that material. I will select the value unrestricted and currency and I will press this button that is showing me that I have to move these two selection criterias on left side. I will simply press these or control F3. These will come here on the left side and I have to press this copy or enter button. So here you can see that these two cables that are 4 mm are available and their value is 78,000 PKR, that is the currency that is available in our stock. I can go again to the layout and I can further select any one of these. I can move on the left side to watch these details. And to move one by one, I have to press this button. And to move all of these on the left side, I have to press Control plus F4. I can remove any of these criteria from my list as well by pressing this, by selecting this line, and I have to press this one here. Then, for example, if this is not relevant to me, I will move it to on the right side. So in this way, for example, I will press this and all of these columns and all of these fields will be moved on the left side. I will press copy and you will see and all the details will be available here. For example, let's find out. It is saying that the plant name is Rahim Yar Khan. The material type is 9906. The material group of this particular material code is 141103. It is spare part fleet warehouse. The description of material group. The material group description is forklift spare parts and maintenance. You can see all the details are available with me. Transit transfer is 0. Value in transit transfer is 0. Quality inspection is 0. Quantity value is also 0. So restriction, value tied empties, etc. Stock in transit is also 0. So you can see in this MB52 small command and a simple command, I have a lot of options available to check all the details of the material that is available in stock. I will go back again by pressing this button and you can see just searching out one particular material code, I am able to see all the details. As you know, I said that when I press this search button, I can select only one command, only one material code. To select more material codes based on your search, you have to you have to press this button of multiple selection, this one here. When you will come here, you have to go again on this bottom right side to multiple selection or F6. You can press F6 as well. When you will press F6, again that tab will appear. You will write the double asterisk. You will write cable again and you will write 4 and then star again. I have done the same thing as I have done in past few minutes ago. I will press enter and now it will show me the available item and I can select all of these items. So this is the benefit of using the multiple selection tab. I will press the copy or this tick box, then I will press F8 or this copy button. My plant range is same and then I will press again F8 execute and now it is showing me the all the options available. For example, it is showing me this second one as well, that is available in 3002 but its stock is 0. This shows that in past some time this electrical cable that is 5 core and 4 this was available in stock and this material code is now defined at that plant 3002. So you can see here that MB52 is a very useful command to check the stock of any material code and to check all the relevant detail of any material code at any specific plant. I can further restrict my searching criteria by entering the storage location, by entering the batch, etc. Another example in front of you, if I don't know the material codes, I will just write 3003, this is one plant, and I will write a specific storage location to check what physical stock is available at that storage location. I will write 99956. I will not write anything here and I will press no zero stock lines to show me only those materials that are physically available at that particular storage location. So you can see when I press this one and I will execute, it is showing me that there are some, yeah, these are available. I have to delete these. Now it's empty. Now I have to press execute button. Yeah, You can see that at 3003 and at this relocation, these items are available physically and in SAP in stock. These are closures, CO2, label, preforms, separators, shrink, etc. These are available at 30003 plant and at this storage location. I have only entered the plant and storage location. I haven't entered any other thing. So I can search out in different ways. I can just enter plant and then execute. Then it will show me every stock that is available at 3003. So briefly, summing things, I want to summarize all the details that MP52 command is used to search the stock of materials using different type of categories by searching from plant, by searching from storage location, by searching using material codes and etc. I am hopeful that this will be very useful to you. Thank you and keep watching. Welcome to Quick Learning. Today we are going to learn how to get a list of PM notifications using IW29 command. Previously, we have already learned a brief introduction of this command in our last videos, like how to get the list of PM notifications. But in this video, we are going in a detailed review how to learn completely with all the details, with all the parameters, with all the required information to get the list of PM notifications. So here we are going to start. Sorry. I will press IW29 in my T code bar. I will press enter and now a screen is visible in front of you. First of all, I'll try to explain the meaning and the purpose of each of these tabs so that we can put our required data and get our desired results accordingly. From the top, we have 5 to 6 options: outstanding, postponed, in process, completed, etc. So this is showing the what will be the status of notification that we are going to get from the list. Like are we going for the outstanding notifications, for the postponed ones, for in process or completed? We can check mark any one of these to get our desired results. Coming down, this table is for the notification selection specifically. In the first tab, it's notification. If we have a number of some notification or we have a list of notification, I will just go in this multiple selection tab of notification. This one, I will press this multiple selection bar and I will just copy from my clipboard all the notifications that I want to get in my list. I will copy all of these here. I will paste all of these in this table. I will just press F8 to execute and these all will appear in my notification tab. I will just press execute button and I will be able to see all the details of those notifications. This is the first tab. The second one is the notification type. Here I have to write what type of notification that I want to search. Either it's M1 or M2 or M3, and what are the notification types that that I want to search in my system. For example, for maintenance module, normally we see the data of M1, that is unplanned maintenance, M2 that is planned, M3 is health safety, M4 is internal calibration, M5 is external calibration. So normally we use M1 to M6 notifications in PM module. So from this tab I can get only this type of notifications in my data. So third one is the functional location. What is the functional location of a plant or a warehouse about which I want to get the notifications? For example, for a particular like production area or a plant or a production line or a production unit or some quality instrument or quality area, quality lab, etc. So it will give me the list of all the notifications that are related to this function location. Going down, I have the equipment. If I know the number of the equipment, like it's some machinery, or it's some, the specific type of instrument, I will just write its equipment number here, and it will give me all the notifications that are ever created, that is in process or completed about this equipment. So the next one is the material. If I have some material codes available, for those material codes I want to get the list of notifications, I will just write the material code here and it will show me all the notifications that are created again for this material code. So similarly, if I go to multiple selection, I can add the list of notifications as well. So it is my option. If I have one material code, I have one equipment or a one function location, or if I have a list of function locations or equipment, etc., I will just put it in my table after pressing the multiple selection tab. So going down, its serial number, same is for the serial number. If I have serial number of my equipment or machines, I will put it here. Its order, if I have some maintenance order numbers for which I want to get the list of notifications, I will put these maintenance order numbers here. Going down, its notification date. If I want to get notification in a particular period of time, I will just enter that single date or a range of date, and it will give me all the notifications that are created in that duration. So going down, this table is for general data or administrative data. So it gives us a wide range of selection for which we further want to apply filter on the data. For example, you can see here, it's the description. If we want to apply some filter by description, that I want to get those notifications only which have this particular description in them. I have created by, created on, notification time, reference date, coding, priority, reported by, changed. So these are all the specific filters if I want to apply, and this SAP will show me only the desired data according to my choice. The planning plant, planning group, plant for work center, required start date, etc. Even the purchase order number, the purchase order date, maintenance plan, maintenance item numbers as per our maintenance module, and maintenance activity, etc. So these are the further filters that are available with us to restrict our information as per our requirement. So, and the last tab, yeah, not the last, but it is showing me the malfunction data. For example, the above table was particularly the wider ranges, like the plants, the purchase orders, etc. But if I want to get the list of notification as per my breakdown data or malfunctions data, then I can put a data here, like I want to get a notification that was created against a particular malfunction that occurred on this XYZ date. Then I will put that malfunction start and end date that I normally put in my maintenance order. I will put that date here in these tabs, and it will show me only the those notifications that are created against this particular range of malfunction. Similarly, the breakdown, even the breakdown duration as well, I will get that notification that is created for this duration of breakdown. So, going down further, sorry for this interruption. It is again some more filters like the maintenance plant, location. So this table is related to the location data or account assignment or the maintenance plan. The maintenance plant, location, room, plant selection, ABC indicator, your cost center, the company code, business area. So I have a long list of filters available with me that I can just apply, and I can get any type of information from SAP about these notifications. So just going through one simple example, I will I want to get the M2 notification of this particular functional location. So you can see I have put two main filters, and this is the equipment for which I want to get the notification, and I want to get all these notifications, either these are outstanding or postponed or in process or completed. Then I just want to remove this date filter, for example, so that it can show me all the available notifications. So I have put, you can see I have put three entries here: the notification type, the functional location, and the equipment. I will press F8 to execute, and now it will show me all the notifications that are meeting my criteria. So this is the list of notifications that are available against this data. Remember, my data was a notification type, a functional location, and an equipment number. This was the equipment number for which these notifications have appeared. These are the M2 notification, and the functional location was that we have entered in the previous page. So these are the notifications that are created. We can open any one of these notifications and we can get our required data. For example, here we can see that against these notifications only this maintenance order is created. So we have also got the data of maintenance order against these notifications. So this is a very useful command to get the complete details of notification, PM notifications. We can open any of these. We can check the duration, the malfunction time. So this is for 2nd April 2021. There is no maintenance order created against this notification. I can go to next tab. This is the malfunctions tab. This is for 2nd April. This is the scheduled overview. I can see here the start date, end date, etc. So this is the maintenance, further maintenance plan. It is for KTS flow mixer. This is the task list for which this maintenance notification was created. This is a PM notification. So this is showing me that this is a scheduled maintenance notification that was created automatically in month of April to perform these three activities: check the electrical cabinets, check the dates of CPU batteries, check CO2 filter. So this notification was an automatic created notification created in month of April to perform these activities on this machine, that is flow mixer. So in this way, just entering my required 2 to 3 parameters, I am able to get all the required details of my maintenance notification, my maintenance order, activities, etc. Thank you so much for this video. If you have any question, you can just put in our description. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye bye. Welcome to Quick Learning. Today we are going to learn how to use MiGo command for goods movement, and that is used for different type of purposes. To start, we'll write MiGo in our main transaction tab, and I'll press enter. After pressing enter, we will have different options available in front of me. On the top left side, I have these type of options available which I can use to get my required result from MiGo. First of all, it's goods receipt, that is used to create a number against a particular purchase order once its delivery is received. The second one is transfer posting. The transfer posting is used to transfer a particular material or its stock from one storage location to another storage location on same plant or warehouse. This is the transfer posting. The third one is cancellation. Cancellation is used to cancel or reverse a specific material document that have already been executed previously, like it can be some movement or it can be some goods received, etc. So this cancellation is used to cancel that material document. On the fourth, it's goods issue. This transaction is used to issue or to send particular material codes from one storage location to another cost center. Normally, this goods issue command is used for the issuance of spare parts or the maintenance orders to have complete issuance of the components available in that maintenance order. Next one is the display. Display command is used to have the complete visibility of any material document that we will enter in its material document tab. It will show us all the required details of that specific material document. For example, I have a document number. I will enter in this tab right over there, and it will show me all the components inside that material document. For example, I have entered a specific material document number, and now it will show me there is some processing gap. It will show me all the details of this document number uh, in through this command. So display is a very useful command to get all the internal details of a specific material document. So here you can see I have entered this document number, and now it has shown me all the components that are available in this material document. It have carbon dioxide, LBL, closure, shrink, stretch, separator, cotton, etc. So these and the movement type have been executed to post or confirm a specific quantity of these raw materials through this material document number. So you can see that there are a lot of options available in Nico, and we can have a complete visibility that is placed in storage. For example, if we want to reserve a specific material code or its stock in a specific storage location, then we will enter that material document number through which that movement has already been executed, and then we will put that material and its all the components in the storage. Next one is the released year blocked status. If goods received is blocked due to any reason, for example, we have not got the complete delivery, or the quality of material is not good that we have just received, then this command is used to release that blocked stock. For example, we have put that stock in the blocked status due to any reason, and this command will use to release that stock from the blocked status. So you can see that there are a lot of different options available in this command, and we can use it for any of our desired purposes as per our need and requirement. So the next one is remove from storage. So in this command, we can remove any material document number from the storage that we previously. You have seen that the same window was used to put some specific material document components in the storage. Now this one is used to remove all of these from the storage. So you can see this is like a reversal type thing. I will put the text here of the material code, its quantity, its storage location, its plant, etc. And so it will remove that material code from its storage. So another one is return delivery. If we want to return the delivery mark of specific material document or material code, I will just enter the material document number, or I have an option of delivery note. I can enter the delivery node as well, and it will return that delivery back to its original position through this command. So it can undo a delivery through this code. So you can see there are a lot of options available here that we can use in our daily routine to get the desired results or the desired transactions. So I'll go back to the first one, that is the most popular one, that is the goods received, that is used to create a goods receipt number once a delivery is received against a particular purchase order. So here I will, this is the first main tab, that is the selection of the first criteria of what we want to do, and the other is the required data that is available. For example, for goods received, I have these type of options available. If I have any inbound delivery document available, I have material document, I have order, I have outbound delivery document, purchase order, reservation, the transport, or the transport ID code. If I have any of these available, I can create a goods received number for that particular purchase order. So it's very important to have the required data in front of us, and then we can use any of these options to create the goods receipt number. So this command or transaction has made our lives very easy because we can use any of the available option as per our available datas. So for the first case in purchase order, we have to write any purchase order here, and then we have to press enter. And if that purchase order have something available for goods received, then it will show all the details below here. But if these things are not available, if all the goods receipts are done against all the line items of that purchase order, then it will show us the below error that it does not, this purchase order or this document number does not contain any selectable items to complete the GR. So in this way we can complete the GR of any document that we want to have it done. This is very useful. Similarly, if I select, for example, a material document, then I will enter the material document tab here, and it will show me the required data available. But in case of different type of material documents, like if the material document is related to the movement of goods, movement of raw material or the finished goods, then we cannot create its GR. GR is specifically for some deliveries that we receive from outside, like the purchase orders and the STOs, the stock transfer orders. So for these type of things, we cannot, move the elements through GR. So the another example that I want to execute in front of you, it's goods issue. What is the goods issue? It is used to issue some particular item that we want to do. The another one is the transfer posting. In the transfer posting, I just have to you can see the detail here. I just have to enter a specific material code and its stock, and I have to enter from where I want to move this particular stock to which destined storage location. So here I will enter the material code. For example, it's XYZ, and here I will enter the plant. What is the plant? Maybe it's 3003. I will enter the storage location, that is, for example, 9951, and it is the destined storage location. To which storage location I want to transfer this material. For example, I will have to move it to 9953, maybe from 95 to 53. So here I will enter the quantity. Maybe I want to move the thousands of kg, maybe it is in kilograms. So in the other tab I will enter the material, it's again its quantity, and it's where what is the movement type that I want to use. I have entered 311, where it is the plant is 3003. So location 99553 and go to the recipient. I can enter just name, maybe it's Ali or John or XYZ maybe. So what is the text? If you want to enter some text or the details. So after doing all of these, I will press for check first, and then if it is showing me any error, I will resolve that error. And but if it shows that everything is okay, the transfer posting is okay, then I will press the post button to move that stock from one storage location to other storage location. So in this way you have learned that this command Miko is very useful to have multiple actions that we want to execute in our daily professional lives. So for any question you can just write in comment section. Please like, share and subscribe to this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, thank you. Bye bye. ये ना वो अभी उससे नहीं निकला रिया का खाना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है इतना लंबा मैंने काम किया होना ऐसा रात को मैं थोड़े बोल के निकलना एक्टिव बोलते हैं रूली से ज्यादा ना ये जो है ना ट्रेन ग्रुप और ये गैस लोग तो लेकर पार्टी है ना उनका मसला नहीं है उनका तो हर ये फायदा ले लिया उन्होंने ना वोट लेने की जुबान क्या है जिंदाबाद ऐसा क्या किया बात अस्सलाम वालेकुम अस्सलाम वालेकुम अस्सलाम वालेकुम जानू Go there. Go to your mama. इसको क्या है हाँ बोल छोटे सी बिल्ली मेरी छोटी सी बिल्ली मानो वो करने को ले लो मम्मी अंदर क्या वो तो मेरे पास ही है वो तंदूर वो मैं कभी पाऊँ वाले ये है वो ये है वो ये तो बैठ जाओ प्लीज चीज़ों में नहीं कोई ना गाना नहीं ठीक ना मुकर नहीं तेरी मामा अपनी मामा दिखा दे 1 लाख रुपए की है मामा अपनी मामा दिखा के आ रहे हाँ ये लोग इसको तो दादा मामा तेरी मामा बता दो हाँ मेरा मामा बता दिया मामा कभी घूमती तो फिर ये लेने का दो ऐसे बाकी ये के बड़े ना देखो दिखाते हो मामा को दिखाते उधर घूमती घूमना करना घूमती तो हाँ जी हाँ ले दे अच्छा बेटा माशाल्लाह